Hey folks, Trisjan here. In this video we're going to get the animations working over the Photon Unity Network. So first what you're going to do is open up the asset store and type in pun into the search bar. Once here you'll find down here the Photon Unity Network. Just get the free version, obviously comes to no cost. Download and install that. I'll just import it straight away because I already have it downloaded. Import. Now before we continue on, what you're going to do is go to photonengine.com, sign up with these guys and you'll get an app ID from him. Sign up through the Photon Unity Network and yeah, you should get your app ID from them. Now once this pops up, you're going to untick demos because we're not going to use the demos. Go ahead and import. Sorry, I'm on a very bad laptop, so it's taking a while to download. Alright, once that pops up, just exit out of that. Go to Photon Unity Networking, Resources, go to here. Once here, you'll go Photon Cloud, whatever region you're in. Copy paste your app ID into there, put it onto UDP, auto join lobby, tick that. Now once that's set up, we'll make a new empty game object, rename this scripts. Create a new C#, call this server handler. Go ahead and put server handler onto the scripts game object. Let's wait for Unity to load it up. Go ahead and open server handler. Now we're just going to automatically join into the lobby, then automatically try to join the room, and if that doesn't work, we'll automatically make a room and join that room. So what you want to go do is Photon Network .connect using settings. Just put in a random string into here, and we'll go void onJoined lobby. We'll log this. We'll then try to join a random room. And now this is going to instantly fail because there is no room at this point. So what we'll do is void on Photon random join failed. Debug this, so log it. We'll then create the room. So we'll go Photon Network dot create room. And we'll just put null for now because we're making this very quickly. We're not making a menu or anything. And then go void unjoined room. Log that. So debug.log joined room. And then going to make a function down here and call this spawn. And then going to want to spawn our character once we've joined, so we'll go spawn. Now we're going to make a prefab for the Photon Unity Network, so make a folder, call it resources. Anything that's instantiated over the Photon Unity Network has to be inside of a folder called resources. Go ahead and make your prefab and call it player. We'll quickly put our capsule on top of here. Actually, before we do that, what we'll have to do, because if we instantiate it as it is, every character will, well, every player will have control over the first person controller and the camera. So we'll make the camera inactive. Make FPS controller inactive too. Now drag and drop that into there. Open up the script. What we'll do is actually we'll quickly make a spawn. Zero it out. We'll rename it spawn. Once we've done that, we'll go public game object spawn. Spawn equals game object dot find spawn. And then I'm going to go game object my player equals game object in brackets Photon Network dot instantiate. Now we're going to put in a string, we're going to put player spawn dot transform dot position spawn dot transform dot rotation. Just put a 0. Now we're going to then activate what we disabled. So we're going to reactivate the first person controller and reactivate the camera. So to begin off with, we'll reactivate the camera. So to do that, we'll go my player dot transform dot find child, and we called it camera. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's called camera. Dot game object dot set active is true. Once you've done that, we'll then reactivate the first person controller. So to do this, what we'll do is mono behavior my player dot get component hold on. My player dot get component first person shooter controller dot enabled equals true. Let's have a look what's wrong with this script. There we go. Save it off. And just before we continue on as well, we'll also deactivate the soldier mesh. So it will be visible over the Photon Unity network, so other players can see the mesh, but on our screen we won't be able to see the mesh. So what we'll do is my player dot transform dot find child. I believe it's called soldier. Dot game object dot set active false. Save that off. Let's quickly play that, test if it worked. There's no standby camera at this point. Appears that there's a problem. We'll have a look. Yeah, doing stand share prefab. Must have a photon view. So I forgot to add a photon view to this. So we'll just go down to our prefab. Go photon view. Drag and drop the transform into the component. Unreliable, unchanged, position, rotation, that's all correct. So now we'll try to test this again. And there we have it, we spawned in. So next we're actually going to write the script that will allow us to get the animations working over the Photon Unity network. Let's go ahead and make a new C# script. Call it network character. Open it up in whatever text editor you use. So to begin off with, we're going to go up to here and go photon.monoBehavior. Make a new vector3, call it real position, new quaternion, real rotation, and an animator, call it anim. So to begin off with, we'll go to our function, go anim equals gameObject dot get component animator. Then inside of our update function, we'll go if photon view dot isMine do nothing else transform dot position equals vector3 dot lap. We go transform dot position real position 0.1. Do the same for rotation, so transform dot rotation equals quaternion dot lap transform dot rotation real rotation 0.1. We'll then go ahead and make a void on photon serialized view. Now this takes in two arguments. First one is photon stream, call it stream, and then photon message info, call that info. So to begin off with, what we're going to do is go if stream.isWriting Now this is our position, rotation, and animator, so we're sending it to the Photon Unity Network. We'll go stream dot send next transform dot position. Do the same for rotation. So stream dot send next transform dot rotation. Then for the animator, we'll go stream dot send next. Side of the brackets go anim dot get float speed. We'll do the same for the jump, but this time it's a boolean, so we'll go stream dot send next anim dot get bool jump. And once you've done that, we'll go else. This is everybody else's position, rotation, and what their animator is doing. So we'll go real position equals vector3 in brackets stream dot receive next. Do the same for real position, rotation equals quaternion in brackets stream dot receive next. Now for their animator, what we're going to do is anim dot set float speed in brackets float stream dot receive next. Do the same for jump, so anim dot set bool jump bool in brackets stream dot receive next. Save that off. Now what we're going to do is get our player from the resources, and we'll put our new script network character onto him. Next, what you're going to do is drag and drop the network character into Photon View observed components. We'll then put our new prefab onto the player. Delete that. Make a build and run. This may take a while to load because my computer is very slow. Alright. Play it on window. Alright, press play. I don't know what's going on with my Unity. I'll just quickly check. Should be working. Exit out of this. Save the scene. We'll reopen it. Go ahead and press play. Open up the build that you just made. Play it on windowed. There's our other character there. And as you can see, when we move around, he does the animations. Bring that down a little bit more so you can see it better. And that's how you get it working over the Photon Unity Network.